Statue under 75 here with a 1/6 scale figure review. Very rare I do these. Not that this is for statueforum.com also, but it happened to be of one of my favorite characters, my favorite all-time characters, and that's from a video game called Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition, and that's of course Akuma, or in Japanese Goki. Licensed by Capcom, and it's from a company called Kidslogic. The quality of the box is pretty nice. That's the top. That's the front. That is the side. That's a pretty badass picture of them. And it says Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition Collectible Figurine AN01. This is the first one they've made. Same on the other side, same exact. And then the back we see a cool picture of him in that pose. I almost put him in that pose, but I put him in his Die 1000 Deaths pose. And that's the way I'm going to keep him. See profile name, Goki Akuma. Country Japan. No birthday. Height 178 centimeters. Weight 80 kilograms. Measurements. Blood type. All that fun stuff. And then we see all the Japanese stuff. I don't read Japanese, so unfortunately I can't tell you what that means. But this is everything it includes. The figure stand with steel arms. It's pretty cool. Bendable feet. I like how they put the sandals on it. They kept it authentic. 2 sets of hands, closed fists and open. Wiring closed, which is pretty cool. And light up eyes, which was an amazing feature. And there's another really cool feature which I'll get into once we review. But there's a magnet here, which is pretty cool. And we see Goki, and that's how he was in the box. And then some, pretty cool picture of him, Kidslogic. And then all the credits for the makers of the figure. So that's the box in a nutshell. Let's just put that in the background. Oh, where did I get this? I got a pretty good deal on this. I got it at BigBadToyStore.com. Usually if you type in www.bbts.com, it'll take you right to them, and you can see they got a lot of great stuff for sale there. It's a pretty good online e-tailer. They're not, doing me any favors to put this up, but I just figured I'd help out fellow collectors and let you know about them. Maybe someday they will start sponsoring me or whatever. But I just wanted to show you where I got it from. That was it. Here's what it comes with in person instead of on the box. I don't have them posed with the closed fists. As you see, you just pop them in, just like any Hot Toys figure. And there's 2 different, a longer one and a shorter one. It just basically, goes in there on the hook. And basically, hangs in there and it holds them. So, anyway, I'm going to show you some cool features. It's going to be hard because it's an action figure, not a statue, but his head pops off. As you can see, there's a on-off switch up here. And when you turn it on, you got the Raging Demon. Hair goes on very easily. The beads are a little stiff. They could have been a little better, but the light up eyes is a great feature. And the face is really ugly. Sometimes they overdo it on making Akuma look like a demon. I also don't like the big huge ears. They can always do better on Akuma's face sculpts. They never do it true to form. I wasn't too pleased with the head sculpt. But the overall figure as a whole I'm pleased with, and the features on it. Another cool feature was this little laser pen. I'm going to show you what that does right now. Hope you can see it because we're in natural daylight and regular light. The base is really cool too. I like how they did that with the base, with his name and the Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition. Let me show you what the pen light does. Give me a second. Let me see if I can put you down for 1 second, because I'm going to try and stand him on his own, if he will. Maybe if I lean him forward a little. He's pretty posable. Okay, I'm going to carefully try and show you what this does. I don't know if I could do this while holding the camera. As you can see, you can kind of pose them with the light and take pictures with the 10 or heaven kanji on his back. Of course, the further back you go, the bigger it gets, and the closer you go, the smaller it gets. So it is pretty damn cool. It lights up on anything. With a little bit of light glare on the table there, but you see it even lights up on the glass really cool. It's a great feature that they added. I like it a lot. And it looks really cool. Very cool for pictures. You can even take his shirt off and put it on his bare skin too. As you can see it on his skin as well, just as fine. So that's it. You put the pen away. I'll let you look at his heels. But that was just a really cool feature that Kidslogic incorporated in their Goki. Well, now that I have him standing on his own, so he lights up there and that lights up, which is really cool. And this is bright, bright daylight. And you can see these. Let me get you some focus here. You can see those eyes lighting up really good. And I'm going to shut the eyes off in just a second, but I want to show you the base. It's pretty sturdy. It's pretty firm. And you can bend this, of course, it's all bendable. And then you lock this around him. And then put him in all kinds of poses. I kind of just have it standing straight up right now for the time being, because I wasn't doing too much with the base. But let me shut the lights off and let you see his eyes up close and personal. Let me put this back on his head, if I can get it back on. There you can see it. Now you can see his eyeballs, which is pretty damn cool. They over-demonized the face, made his nose way too big and stuff, but they did a great job with the eyes. Overall, I'm pleased with the figure. I'm not much of a figure collector, but it was Street Fighter and it was Akuma. I might pick up the Ryu and the Ken if they ever make them. They teased them, but this was the guy. This guy came out first. I think they originally teased Ryu before him. The mixed media is amazing. It's all fabric and it's wires. I have it so it kind of shows his chest. One gripe is like kind of the exaggeration of the size of him. Like one part of his arm might be a little small, then a big jacked muscle, and then a huge chest, and then a little skinny waist. But it's an action figure, and the pants fit him nicely. They fit nice, and the fabric and the belt on his gi is nice. I like the gray rope belt. That was a nice touch. So for my statue form scores for this guy, going all around, I love how the sandals go through the toes and fit too. And posability is really good. Like I said, I'm not a figure reviewer, I'm a statue reviewer, so I don't get into articulation. But I like the pose I have him in with the Die 1000 Deaths. Could even put his arm up a little more, but for now that's good. Die 1000 Deaths. But I'm going to give him for sculpt. They could have did better on the face. So I'm going to give him an 8 for the sculpt. For the paint mixed media, nothing wrong with the skin tone or anything, or the paint application on the eyes and teeth and all that, and the lips and the fingernails. Fingernails are pretty detailed too. If I can get focus, there we go. And the ropes on his wrists, very detailed. And his toenails, nicely detailed in the sandals. So paint and mixed media, I give it a 10. Design of the piece I gave a 10 because of the light up features in the eyes and the pen. So that definitely gets a 10 on design. That's very innovative with that light up kanji symbol for the back of the gi. And production and build quality, it could have been a little better, so I gave it an 8. So my statue form score for this figure is a total grand score of 9, which is a pretty fair score. And if you're a Street Fighter fan and you like Akuma as much as I do, this is worth getting. I think it retailed around like $180. Maybe a little cheaper, I can't remember, but if you check out BigBadToyStore.com, the price will be on there at the website if they still have it for sale. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the review. Have a great rest of your day.